All right, let's jump right in. We're going to break down how you can turn those everyday chats you have with AI into a real money-making side hustle. And we'll do it using a super simple 4-step guide.
So think about it. So many of us are already using tools like ChatGPT for, all sorts of things. Asking for recipes, doing a little research, maybe just brainstorming. But what if that's just scratching the surface? What if that same exact tool could be used to generate actual revenue?
The business model we're talking about today is honestly, it's brilliant. The whole idea is to create a blog. But here's the twist. You're not selling anything physical. The entire goal is to publish really good AI-generated articles that start to climb the ranks on Google and eventually start earning you money.
Okay, let's get the big question out of the way right now. You're probably thinking, wait a second, is Google even okay with this? And the answer, straight from Google itself, is a definite yes. They've made it clear that using AI is totally fine as long as the content is high quality and genuinely helpful to people. The keyword there is quality.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with a big idea, then we'll walk through the 4 main steps: creating a blueprint, doing some competitor recon, building your website in seconds, and automating your content. And then we'll get to the good part, how this all leads to making money.
You know, starting an online business can feel like, where do I even begin? It can be super confusing. But what's so cool about this method is that you're using AI as your strategic partner, really, to cut through all that noise and create a clear path from a simple idea to actual profit. Okay, first things first. Step 1 is all about creating what we're calling the AI blueprint. This is your foundation. Instead of just guessing what to do, you're going to get AI to generate a custom step-by-step plan based on what you're actually interested in. Let me show you what I mean.
So how does it work? Well, you basically just answer a few questions. First, what's your niche? Let's go with travel and lifestyle. Then, do you want a personal brand or a faceless one? Going faceless is a great call here, because it lets you focus entirely on the content, not on building up a social media profile. Will you use AI for articles? We'll say yep. And how do you plan to make money? Picking digital products is smart. They have amazing profit margins, and you can sell them forever without worrying about inventory. Just based on those answers, the AI cooks up a whole detailed plan just for you.
All right, so you've got your blueprint. Now it's time for step 2, a little bit of, let's call it competitor recon. See, you're not going into this blind. The AI plan actually helps you legally spy on what's working for others in your niche, which gives you an amazing proof of concept.
And this is where it gets really powerful. The AI doesn't just list your competitors. It gives you estimates of how much traffic they get every month, and even what they might be earning. Now, of course, these are just estimates, but it's a fantastic way to see what's actually possible.
And get this just shows the massive potential we're talking about. You can use a tool like SimilarWeb to double-check these numbers. In the travel niche, for example, a competitor was found that's pulling in over 500,000 visitors every single month. That's a huge audience for a site that's just consistently posting articles. Okay, you've got the plan, you've sized up the competition. Now for step 3, the instant website. And this is where things get really, really cool, because AI basically becomes your personal web developer. We're not talking about weeks or even days here. We're talking about seconds. The process is almost ridiculously simple. You take the description that was generated in your AI blueprint, you paste it into an AI website builder, the source mentions using Hostinger's tool, and you just hit create. In less than 10 seconds, the AI spits out a unique, professional-looking website that's already tailored to your plan. It's wild. So the website is live, but an empty website isn't going to do much for you, right? And that brings us to the last big creation step, step 4. Automated content. This is where you unleash your own personal AI writing team to do all the heavy lifting. I mean, just think about the old way versus the new way. Writing everything by hand is a total grind. It takes forever, and it's really hard to stay consistent. But with AI, you can generate articles almost instantly. And that consistency is the absolute key to building up a library of content that Google will start to notice. And here's just how easy the process is. Remember that AI business plan? It already gave you a ton of blog title ideas. You just pick one, choose a length and a tone of voice, and boom, the AI writes a full article, complete with headings and even images. But, and listen, this is the most important part, your job isn't over. You have to be the human in the loop. Always review it, fact-check it, and add your own touch before you hit publish. You're the editor-in-chief here.
So you've built the site. You're filling it with quality content that you've personally edited. Now for the payoff.
let's talk about how all this traffic turns into actual income. But first, a quick reality check. This is not an overnight thing. Building traffic takes time and a lot of consistency, so you have to be ready to stick with it.
The beautiful thing about this model is you're not just relying on one income stream. As your traffic starts to grow, you can begin to stack different monetization methods. You can make money from ads, sell your own digital products, earn commissions through affiliate marketing, get paid for sponsored posts, and eventually you can even land brand deals. It's all about building multiple streams of income from this one asset you've created.
And that brings us to a really interesting final thought. If AI can handle the business plan, build the website, and write most of the content, it kind of makes you wonder, right? What's your new job in all of this? Well, your role shifts. You stop being the laborer and you become the strategist, the editor, the director of your own automated little media company. The only question left is, are you ready to be the boss?